Hello everyone and welcome to this lecture series on communication skills. This is Dr. Mahesh Shinde from KIT's College of Engineering, Kolhapur. The broader objectives of this lecture series are to provide information on various aspects of communication skills such as communication theory, communication in business context, how to enhance listening, speaking, reading, writing and thinking skills, public speaking and presentation skills, business official correspondence, that is letter writing, and report writing. Let's begin with Unit 1, Communication Theory. Lesson 1, Importance of Communication, Origin and Definitions. The objectives of this lesson are understanding importance and need of communication, knowing the origin of word communication, and studying various definitions. In this lesson, we are going to focus on importance and need of communication to human being, difference between communication, communication skills and effective communication skills, need of studying communication skills separately, why communication skills in English and not in any other language, origin of the word communication and various definitions. It's said that communication is a gift of God to human being. If we go back and see in history, we will find that our ancestors used to communicate with the help of symbols, messages carved on stones and in caves. Later on, they found the human speech which helped them to convert those sounds and symbols into sound. Later on, with the help of those sounds, various languages were originated. It is said that language is the distinctive feature, distinctive ability of human beings. Animals also have communication system, but they have their limited sound system. There are various differences between human communication and animal communication. To focus major, animal communication system has very limited sounds, whereas human communication has unlimited sound system. For example, a dog cannot learn the language of cat and a cat cannot talk in the sound of dog, but human beings can communicate in any language available in the world. What is the need of communication to human beings? It is observed that human beings cannot live without groups, without community and without communication. That's why communication is very important to human beings. There are various ways of communication, like with the help of language, without the help of language, with certain symbols, signals, images and so on. But out of that, language is known as the main source of communication. As we saw, it is the distinctive ability of human beings which has helped evolve human community. Now we have understood that communication is a part and parcel of human beings' life, but just knowing how to communicate is not important. Just pause the video and try to find out possible differences between communication skills and effective communication skills. I hope you have found out some differences. So let us focus upon some possible differences. Communication is just sharing ideas and information. For example, both literate and illiterate people have communication ability. They can communicate. Communication skills is sharing those ideas in a specific way. For example, only literate people can communicate with the help of written communication. Effective communication skills is knowing effective ways of sharing those ideas, that is, knowing when to speak, how to speak, where to speak and with whom to speak for, very importantly, getting expected outcome. So communication, just knowing how to communicate, communication skills, knowing various ways to communicate, and effective communication skills, using those various ways for getting desired results. Now, what is the need of studying communication skills separately? Though we are communicating every day with our parents, with our relatives, with all human beings, even non-human beings, non-living things as well, then what is the need of studying communication skills separately when we know it? Let me give example of Sachin Tendulkar here. He is known as the god of cricket, Master Blaster. But though he knows all about cricket, he used to practice in net before the main match. For what? Why? As he is a god, he can directly go on the pitch and perform his best. But he used to spend a lot of time in net for the purpose of performing his best, giving his best when needed. In the same way, though we know how to communicate, we need to practice communication skills for the betterment. Let us pause again the video and think on why we should study English communication skills and why not any other language communication skills or communication skills in any other language. Pause the video and think. Okay, I hope you have come up with some of the reasons. They may be common, which I also have pointed out. English is an international language. It is the language of a globe. It is said that if you want to know the world, you should use this window, English. It is also a common language of communication. When people from various language background come together, they may not share each other's mother tongues, so they prefer communicating in English. Most of the resources are available in English, or most of the authentic resources are translated into English, as well as the reason is it is said that Britishers have ruled almost the entire world, and along with that they have spread English throughout the world. Maybe because of that we need to study communication skills in English. If you just see the today's scenario, English has become a very language of importance, and if you really want to do anything, you definitely need to know English. Now let us see the origin of the word communication. The word communication has been derived from Latin word communicare, which means to share or to make common. In short, to communicate means to share some information with someone else or to take some information, to make some information known to others who don't have that information. There are various definitions, but not a comprehensive one. Let us see some of those. Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary defines communication as to share information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals. The freedictionary.com defines communication is the exchange of thoughts, messages, or information by using speech, signals, writing, or behavior. So the first definition just talks about sharing information, but the second definition talks about exchanging that information with the help of signals, writing, behavior, or speech. The third definition, improvised definition given by Julia Valenzuela, talks about communication as any act by which one person gives to and or receives from another person information about that person's needs, desires, perceptions, knowledge, or affective states. It talks about any act by which someone would like to get information or give information on those criteria. The last definition, which is called as the most comprehensive one by Alan Lewis, says communication is the sum of all the things one person does when he or she wants to create understanding in the mind of another. So the last definition by Alan Lewis focuses that communication is sum of all the things, whether verbal, non-verbal, symbols, signals, everything which human beings uses for creating understanding in the mind of another. To conclude, communication may be intentional or intentional, may involve signals, may take linguistic or non-linguistic forms, or may occur through spoken or other modes. That's the end of lesson 1. Further part we will see in lesson 2. Thank you.